Hi girls, so here is the video as promised to show you again recapping over bead control and product application. So I'm just going to show you first with my equivalent brush to what you guys have got in your kit. I'm going to show you bead control and explain the pressure that you need to put on when pressing your beads down. So I'm going to show you with Cover Pink for now so that it shows up more on the video. So take your first bead, okay, not too wet, not too dry, not dripping, onto the nail. Wait a second, don't rush. Use the belly of the brush, so this widest part, to press. Don't poke it. Press, press, either side. Taper it down, ready for your bead 2. And then gently pull towards you. Clean your brush off. Press. Look at my brush that there's product in here. It needs to go. Wipe it off. Check it. Clean it in the monomer. And see, it's still wet looking. It's still shiny, which means you can still work the product. Press. Look at the pressure. We're not poking. We're not tickling it. Press. Otherwise, what you'll have is lifted edges here, which I think some of you had had. Press it firmly. Okay, so we'll go in for our zone 2. So up onto the monomer. Through your powder. Not too wet, not too dry. On. Wait a second. Press, 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 press. Firm pressure and then a feather in towards yourself. Press. Press the side walls in and taper. Keep cleaning your brush off if you feel that it's sticking. This end needs to taper down so that you don't have a ledge. Feather. This is a light movement now, really light. Back in for zone 3. If you think it's too wet, drain slightly out on the back of some tissue. On goes 3. And this is the bead now that you need to be more upright with your brush. Taper. Look, so that you can get around the cuticle. So my brush is upright. I'm not like this, otherwise you're going to push this product onto the cuticle and the finger. So not the belly of the brush here. We're tapered up more to a 90-degree angle around the cuticle, but still pressing and then taper into you. Okay, so that's how much pressure, guys. Go on to smile lines. The consistency of the white, as you all said, is different. All of the powders will differ slightly. If it seems too wet, drain out. If not, place the bead on, wait. Make sure your brush is to a point when we're doing the smile lines. Gently press left to right to evenly distribute the product. Gently. So I'm still using the belly of the brush. I'm not poking it. Belly of the brush. But using the weight of the brush to almost push down these side wings. See, it's sticking to me. Wipe the brush off. Clean it in the monomer if you need to. Okay, so when you've got your product evenly distributed left and right, come back into your monomer, point your brush, sweep into the smile line. If your white has already started to set, you will be too late to do this, so this may come with a bit of practice. Sweep in your smile line. You can still pat this, it's still shiny, it's still wet looking, we've still got time to work the product. Okay. There's still time. Okay, again, into the white. We know that the white is a little bit more creamy, so no rush. Onto the nail, wait. Press, but not so much weight pressing down on the smiles when we're doing this. It's a bit more delicate. So press, press, press. As you're pressing, the product is moving down for you. I'm not using my brush to force it down like this. The weight of the brush and the pressing action is putting the product where I need it with little effort. Clean the brush off, point it up, and sweep in the smile line if you need to. If you can't get this smile line done in one bead, it's fine. Get your brush, get a tiny bit more powder, and add it wherever you think you need it. Feather it in. Okay, I'm doing it on these coloured tips, guys, so that you can actually see it. If I'm working here, it's not going to stand out so much. So you see, I can still sweep in. I will just quickly show you your zone 2 and 3, just for reference. So I'm into perfect pink now. On it goes, onto zone 2. Press, 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 press. Look at the pressure. Feather it quickly before it dries. Here I'm tapered. Here it's completely tapered on the side. I don't have any bulk here. Don't leave a big ledge here. Let it be completely flat and flush with the side walls. Zone 3. On. It sits on the line that we just left from zone 2. So press, press, press. Both sides, feather it up. Get the product where you need to first, then perfect the edges. Press it all around the side walls and the cuticle area. Don't just concentrate on putting the bulk of the product here. Press the sides and all around the cuticle, because that's where the product will lift. Okay, I'll just show you with this middle one. So we go in, zone 2, where are you, cameraman? There we go. There's a tiny dry bit of powder there. Pop it on, just press it in. So zone 2, press, press, press. If you're too slow here, what will happen is when you try to pull this product and bridge the gap, you'll get cloudiness of the product and it will cause shadowing on the nail. It's where the product has already started drying. So be fairly quick on that one. So see, press, press, press. Tapered and thin here. Ready for my next bead to sit in. I'll just show you for reference. Let's do it wrong. This is too dry. You don't want beads like this, guys. It's too dry. You won't have time to work with it. And this is almost too wet. It's about to drip. Okay. So practice bead control. Take your time. Perfect bead. Sit it on zone 3. Remember, zone 3, I'm more upright with my brush so that we don't have a ledge around the cuticle. We want it to grow out without a shelf. So press, press, feather to you. Okay, we're filming it as if you're doing it, guys. We're doing it as if you're the one providing the treatment. So look, it's from your view. Press, around the cuticle, press the side walls and gently pull it to blend them. Don't press in here and end up dragging the product back. Look, you can actually see where I'm spoiling it with my brush. Not too heavy here. Press, press, gently pull. If this has happened, go back in with a smaller bead just to perfect it. Drop it on and just blend it in. There's a little bit of dust there. Okay, so press the sides, press the cuticle area, side walls. So there. We perfect this first, then we go into more detail on correct apex placement, filing techniques, but for now, smile lines and correct technique of pressing this product in to avoid lifting on the side walls and the cuticle. So I hope that helps, guys, and more videos coming up, I'm sure. Bye.